Hi, I thought I'd do a little mini tour of my creative workspace, and starting in this corner here, in this box, this was a Art 101 kit my sister gave to me. She had a project at work which used these, and she donated to me after she was done. And I took the guts out of it. I'm going to donate the art supplies that were in it, and I made it into a stickles kit. There it is. This is all my glitters and glue I make the glitter glue with, and some stirs, and of course a little mini palette, and I have a brush in here too somewhere, which I don't see at the moment, but it's in here somewhere. The brush that I use to put the paint the glitter on. Coming over here in this tub, on the bottom, in the bottom drawer are my cardstock and watercolor papers, and in this drawer here I have a few coloring books, and these notebooks you see down here. What I did, I took some of my books and took them apart and took out the pages that I had no intention of coloring, and the ones I intend to color I put back in. And the reason I did that with several of the books is because I just wanted to make room, because I have a very small space, and I thought this was a good way to consolidate several of my books into one area. I also have spit it out. A notebook with PDFs and finished pages. And in this crate here are the rest of my coloring books, the ones that I haven't taken apart, that are still intact. And this shelf down on the bottom here are rags that I use for watercolors and pastels. Moving over here, this dresser drawer holds all my art supplies. Well, most of them. I have a few scattered here and there, but the bulk of my art supplies is in this dresser. And I'll give you a little sneak peek. There we go. Starting with the bottom drawer. Yeah. I have several tins that contain acrylic, and I have some gel sticks, and a few stencils, pastels, and a tote containing makeup and pastels. The makeup I use for backgrounds and shading and highlighting. And I have some brushes and sponges here, and you know, other odds and ends, tape, Q-tips, extra brushes, washi tape, that sort of thing. I think that's all for that drawer. In the next one are all my markers. I have mostly water-based markers, Crayolas, and the kind you get from the dollar stores, Dollar General, and that sort of thing. This set is fairly new. This is a set I got at Target, Mondo, and I'll have a review coming up for those. And these markers here that I got from Five Below. And I also have some highlighters in here, and Sharpies, and of course water-based markers from Five Below, and in these two pouches here are the Colors of the World Crayolas. I find that with those markers, if you prime the page with the satin glazing liquid, you won't get the streaks like you normally do. Maybe I'll do a demo with that if anybody's interested. And of course I have some metallic markers. I have quite a few metallic markers, and there's some Crayolas back here, both super tips and the ones in the tin. I don't know if you could see that or not. Yeah, there we go. Odds and ends, more super tips. And some in here that I got from Five Below, water-based markers, and some from Michael's, the reflections. So that's in that drawer. And in this one are all my colored pencils, and including this one contains all metallic pencils, and this pouch contains my pastel pencils. And I have one set of watercolor pencils in here because I couldn't fit it in the top drawer, which is where I keep my watercolors. These are all my pencil sets. Some over here I keep the ones I kept in tins on this side here, including let's see what I got here. Arteza, Cezanne, Jane Davenport, the Castle Arts, and the one set of watercolor pencils, the Derwent Academy. And in this pink one I have my Prismacolor Scholars and a few extra Goldfarbers. This one is the Premiers Goldfarbers. This one I think, yeah, contains a set of they're like Crayola Colors of the World, but they're from Faber-Castell, the student grade ones. And Magic Fly in this one. And what else do I have? Oh yeah, Crayolas down at the bottom there. And in this one are several sets, smaller sets, like such as Civo Vivid and Pelican pencils. So that's where I keep all my colored pencils. Sorry for the shadow. I film at night because things can get a little crazy around here during the day. You know, it gets busy. So nighttime is the best time for me to film. And there's my watercolors. On this side are the watercolor sets. This Prang one is fairly new. I picked that up at Michael's a few days ago. And I got this one from Hobby Lobby. And here is a set of gouache tubes, Arteza, and some cheap watercolors I mixed mica powder in. And that's this is a set of these are the Pretty Excellent. What are these called? I want to call them. I can't remember the name of these. I'll think of it. It has a number like 1962 or 1461 or something. I don't know. They're student grade of their artist grade. What are they called? Of course, they're not written down on the palette. So, and that's the Koi watercolors. And I have some Crayola watercolors. The Crayolas I use mostly as a base for pencil. So those are all on this side of the watercolor palettes, and over here I keep my watercolor pencils. These are Cezanne watercolor pencils, and a small set of Faber-Castells, and there's a tin back here that has odds and ends, you know, cheap ones like Crayolas, and a set from Michaels. And in this pouch here, I love Captain America, so I had to get this pouch. I think in this one, hang on just a second, there we go. Oh yes, these are the Reeves watercolor pencils. Yeah, Reeves watercolor pencils. I use those a lot with the Staedtlers. They seem to work good together. They whatever you're lacking for color in one set, you can pick up with the other. And this is my watercolor book with all my watercolor swatches for both pencils and the sets. And these are cheap, the cheapy watercolor paints I mixed with mica powder. These I got from Walmart. I think they're, yeah, Dollarani. And the Staedtler watercolors here. And that's a set, the set of Hobby Lobby gouache I got. It was very runny, so I decided to put it in this makeshift palette. And I got, originally it was a pill sorter, and I decided to use it as for my gouache, because like I said, it was very runny, so now it's in these nice little compartments here. So that's my watercolors. And on the top of this bureau, I've got, in this handy dandy carrier, are my gel pens and stencils and some stickers. And it's quite full, as you can see. I dig out everything, but you know, I got both hands holding this camera, so I'll give you an overview of it. There's my late cat Wiley right there, sitting looking upon me in judgment. He was quite a character, that guy. Anyway, and in this little tote basket, I have an empty pill bottle. I've got some rubber cement and a couple of primers, some gold paint, and fixative and hand sanitizer here. And this little pile here are my finished pages for the month. It just piles up, and at the end of the month I can reach for them and do my end of the month video of my finished pages. And this bag holds my Arteza gouache. And now, this is where the magic happens, my desk. On the floor here, you see I've got several little pouches of handy wipes. Those work with cleaning up spills and your brushes, getting the residue off brushes. I use them all the time. So every time I go to the dollar store, I pick one up. And this right here is a shredder I ruined while I was spring cleaning. And this held paintbrushes. I got the Dollar Tree, but I decided I didn't really like it. You put the brush in, it would just fall out the side. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But on top of the desk here, I keep some extra rags and some white acrylic paint and my, what I call the big eye for seeing those little small spaces, and water bottle and some alcohol, well, rubbing alcohol, not the fun kind, and some hard candies, and my jars for paint, they're water wells for my paint. And in this little pouch right here, I keep some spare fine liners handy when I need a little, get into the small space. And this here is my tripod, a selfie stick and a bucket. Yeah, I go all big here. And these are all my paint brushes that I keep handy. You know, I do a lot of watercoloring and stuff on my pages, and I like to have all my brushes handy. I can just look and see what I need. And what do you think of this little guy right here? I got him at the Dollar Tree. Isn't he cute? It's a little cat pillow on a pen. I keep him right there so I can look up every once in a while and smile. In this bucket here, I have my sharpeners and erasers. All right there. And this is where I keep my drink when I'm, you know, doing my magic here, right here. And my headphones, I listen to YouTube videos while I'm coloring on my family computer here, and my printer, and I have a little project I've got going with acrylics right there, and my hard candy and my tissues, and my chair with a little cushion with a cutout for my tailbone because it drives me crazy. I have scoliosis and it just sticks out like a small extra tail or something. So I have that there for comfort. And you can see the little dig marks all over the place. I have a cat who likes to get up there and groom his claws. So yeah, this is it. And then so right there on the floor is another little project I did with acrylic and stencils. My fan. So this is it. This is where the magic happens. And I hope you all enjoyed this little mini tour, this updated tour. I did one a few years ago. But there it is. Okay. I'm planning a couple of review videos coming up in the next couple of weeks, plus my end of the month finished pages. So look forward to that too, and I'll see you then. And thanks for watching.